Hey friends, Malika here from Malika Semper Astrology, and we are leaving behind Libra season and entering into Scorpio. So I want to talk about this because this happens this week, Tuesday, Wednesday. So Scorpio season generally starts October 23rd, and goes through November 21st, depending on leap year. Sometimes leap year can switch the dates just slightly. Generally October 23rd to November 21st, we enter into the dark. Now, if you think about this, Scorpio, the archetype of Scorpio is ruled by Pluto, and Pluto is the lord of the underworld. So we are really going into the metaphorical underworld of our lives, into the dark, into the inner world. We are sitting in our healing. We're also sitting in our wounding and our pain. And we're shedding light. I mean, Scorpio is the ultimate alchemist, really. Scorpio is here to go into the dark and to ultimately not be afraid of the dark and not be afraid of shadow work, to look and see what is under the bed, to look and see what is in the way back of the closet, right? Scorpio is here to talk about what we don't normally talk about at the dinner table. Scorpio is here to shed light onto the darkness and the deep, deep wisdom and learning we can get from stillness and from shadow work and from diving so deeply into the soul. What I was going to say, if you think about it, at this time of year, in the Northern Hemisphere, everything starts to get dark. We change our clocks backward, falling backward into the fall. And darkness comes much sooner in the day. The light is diminished. And that is such a Scorpio signature. And that is why we have our Scorpio season at this time of the year, because there's teachings around not to shy away from the dark, not to be scared of the dark, that there's so much wisdom in going into the depths. There's so much wisdom in our stillness. Scorpio is not a sign of many words. Scorpio is a water sign, right? Scorpio wants to feel the things and to wring the very last passionate emotion out of the thing. um, Scorpio carries immense emotional wisdom. Scorpio will not be the loudest one in the group, will not be the loudest one in the bunch. But if you take time to get to know your Scorpio, if they give you the gift of allowing you into their inner world, which takes some hard work with Scorpio, there are themes around trust with our dear Scorpios. They tend to not be ready to and jump into trust and open up their world to you. We have to work to get into the private life or the inner world of our Scorpio friends, our Scorpio lovers, our Scorpio acquaintances, because there tends to be a little bit of a wall up with Scorpios. They're not just going to trust anyone. They hold their things very closely to them. Their personal life is a mystery. In fact, they are the mystery. Like if you see a Scorpio enter a room, they carry such a mysterious but very powerful presence to them. There's an allure. They're like a magnet that we're magnetized to. And we say, I want to know what's going on below the surface there, because there's a lot of depth there. There's a lot going on under the surface there. Scorpio says, tell me what you've been through this lifetime, and then I can connect with you. Show me the scars you wear. Tell me the secrets you carry, and then I can connect with you. I might not tell you my secrets, says Scorpio, but I want to know yours. They are the secret keeper. Scorpios, they can bury stuff, they can bury stuff that they don't want to talk about. They are the holder of secrets. They have this huge vault that they pile their secrets into. They're great secret keepers because of that as well. And so that mysteriousness, that magnetism that they sort of exude is very powerful. And it's not a loud power. It's not something that they're going to shout from the rooftops like maybe our Aries brothers and sisters, but there's a quiet power. They're going to go about things in a way that they're not going to speak about. They're not going to share with everybody. They have such tenacity and laser focus because of this Scorpion perspective on things. Like if they set their sights on you, their laser sight on you, they will achieve the conquering of that which they go after. They have silent power, but it's one of the most powerful signs of the zodiac that we have. Scorpios have gone through some shit this lifetime. They're here to experience they're here to experience the sorrows of humanity, the harder parts of this being human. A lot of Scorpios have gone through their own story of loss, story of grief, story of addiction, story of fear, abandonment. I mean, take your pick of this human experience, right? Story of illness. They have gone through these depths. They have weathered the storm. The highest calling for our dear Scorpios is to become the healer because they have gone into the dark and danced with the shadow. They are here to shed light and to alchemize and transform these things into healing. You will find our Scorpios being the healer, being the therapist, being the psychiatrist, being the psychotherapist, because they know how to hold the bigger story of humanity. They know how to hold the dark and bring healing to it. A highly evolved Scorpio will be your most loyal companion. The highly evolved Scorpio will sit with you while you go through your own grief story, loss story, addiction story, wounding story. They will sit with you in that space and hold their hand on your back. They don't need a lot of words. Their presence is so powerful in that. And you will feel like you are not walking through the dark alone because the highest evolved Scorpio can go into the dark with you. They can walk that path with you and be a pillar of strength. Scorpios are amazing in that way, the strength that they can pull from. A not highly evolved Scorpio, those can be a scary bunch. When we're doing the low road of Scorpio, the dark side of Scorpio, we can be very vindictive. We can be very manipulative. We have that Scorpion stinger. We can be very revengeful. We can be the secret holder that doesn't open up at all, right? We are untrusting of the world. We're very suspicious and paranoid of the world. We're very pessimistic. Everyone is out to get us. We have to be suspicious of everyone. We can't let anyone in. We get lost in the dark. We get lost in the shadow. We get lost in our addiction. So to bring the light, which is the high version of Scorpio, right? That is where the healing occurs. That is where the transformation and the alchemy occurs. Scorpio also has themes around finances and money. You can find in their life that they want or desire a lot of power around money, finances. You can find that one of their biggest lessons are around sharing finances, um, shared resources. They rule things like taxes and other people's money and so on and so forth, right? So there tends to be a theme or a strong relationship in regards to finances and money, sometimes other people's. They're also one of the most sexual signs of the zodiac too, ruled by Pluto. There is a sexiness and a desire for intimacy with Scorpio. And it's not just sex for fun. This is like deep, meaningful soul connection, soul intimacy. There's something to be said for the energy of sex. It really can turn and alchemize into a creative energy for them. They can get inspiration from intimacy. They can feel powerful in intimacy. There's also going to be themes around power and control for our dear Scorpios. It can go both ways. There can be lessons around, are they giving their power away? There can be teachings around how to claim their power back and stand in their power in a healthy way. There can also be lessons around, Scorpio wants to be in charge. Scorpio wants to have the power. Scorpio wants to own the whole thing, right? And so There can be lessons around how do I let go of that power? How do I let go of that really tight grip that I hold on to? People, things, this bind. Scorpio can be very sticky and binding. So there are themes around letting go that our dear Scorpios came in to learn. It's opposite sign of Taurus. Taurus is here to collect things and hold on to things. And Scorpio is here to learn how to let go of all the things that Taurus has collected this lifetime. And this lesson of letting go can be hard for Scorpio, and yet it's part of one of Scorpio's highest callings is the act of letting go. So it's a powerful sign, right? Ruled by Pluto. Pluto is no joke. And when we're doing this high calling of Scorpio, they are the healers of the zodiac. They are the most potent alchemists that we have in our circle, right? Um, we can lean into a Scorpio for the teachings of the soul, for the teachings of healing. They want to know how the inner mind works with others. They want to get into your brain and see why you are the way you are, what you've gone through, your perception on things. Um, they want to know the inner workings and they go deep. They are not here to skim the surface. Scorpios walk around with a shovel and they dig and they dig and they dig until they find the truth, until they get to the bottom of the thing. Um, if a Scorpio feels like you're holding or hiding something from them, they will find the truth. They will find the lie. They will go through your phone. They will stalk you on social media until they figure out what they need to figure out. They will get to the bottom of any mystery they encounter that intrigues them. Scorpios are amazing. So I hope this helps you understand your dear Scorpio in your life. And on a little side note, I have my Synastry series open right now too. The doors are open until October 27th. It's a 7-day series to learn relationship astrology. And then we start October 28th. So you could learn in that particular series how Scorpios affect you personally. Do you know how to dance with them? Are you scared of them? Is it a more challenging sign for you? Or is this like one of your soulmate signs? Is this a sign that you can really, is this an archetype that you really know how to get in sync with, right? Synastry. It's the art of relationship astrology. So doors are open right now until October 27th. And then we start our 7-day course on the 28th of this month. And I hope to see you guys there. Thanks for watching, and I will be back next week. Take care, everyone.